So, as you know, I am also part of Intavia. Is this working? Okay, perfect. And I was just on vacation last week, so I had to think a little bit about what I'm going to present in this panel today. So just a disclaimer, so this is a very personal view on what is Intavia about on a very, very short note, and what can it be in the future. So last week vacation, I was visiting this nice castle together with my family. Very beautiful garden and some nice dungeons, which we could just go there and visit as a family. But in order to get access to this castle, we had to join a guided tour. And you know how guided tours are. You have a guy that tells you about the people, referring to the objects. So someone who could make some benefit with the tools we develop in Intavia. Unluckily, he doesn't know Intavia. I didn't tell him, to be honest. Okay, but what happens usually is if you visit such places and join such tours as a family. So this is my family. My wife, my daughter, she's 9 years old. She's a little bit interested. And that's my son here, who at least found some interest in the carpet. But this was the first room. And this was after 5 minutes. And the tour took like 1 hour. So I was thinking, okay, can we not just make something that makes cultural heritage interesting to everyone, including my son, hopefully. So, and this is a picture of the purpose of visualization that I started using since a couple of years. So I see the purpose of visualization. Jesus Christ. Okay. The purpose of visualization is bringing together visualization designers and domain experts to create some kind of insight. So on the one hand side, we have domain knowledge, and on the other hand side, we have, let's say, the visualization designer that can make complex computational approaches somewhat usable for the outside world, so for the domain experts. And I think Intavia did a very good job in connecting, let's say, computer science or visualization research with domain expertise in digital or humanities. I am coordinator of another European project which is called Memorize, and here our focus is more towards, that's very tough, in making or creating tools for the general public. I will try to tell you a little bit in a nutshell what Memorize is about. So our target is to make memories on Nazi persecution accessible to general public audience. So by developing a series of digital tools, but not directed towards domain experts in history. They are part of the consortium, of course. Our aim here is to develop tools to make these memories accessible to a general public audience. This is one series of how this we want to achieve. So we develop a smartphone app, and our user, let's call her Jessica for this presentation, she can connect with one of the victims of Nazi persecution, and this may not necessarily reflect her interests. So one of the main ideas of Memorize is to create an individual experience framework where everyone, let's say, can, or where you could define your interests or your profile to some extent, and the, let's say, the AI can connect you to, or can recommend the people that fit more to your interests. So in that case, a little bit nicer ordering of profiles you can connect with. So if I would make a proposal for Intavia 2.0, I would like to create individual cultural heritage experience so that every, let's say, visitor of a cultural heritage exhibition can connect with the painters, the biographies, the objects. So some kind of a dynamic story creation. So can we create a machine that takes all the data that we have collected in Intavia and spits out a story that is interesting for my son, for instance. Diversity is also something we can include in this context. So we have a very diverse society, but can we, the ratio of male artists in Intavia is quite high, as we saw earlier, but can we somehow account for the diversity that we have in our society? And what's really important is, can we create some easy adoptable workflows for cultural heritage institutions to make use of such tools? And I think we can learn a little bit from companies such as FluxGuide who work closely together with these in these contexts. So that's for my part. Thank you.